Hello YouTube, this is Call of Duty 4Man221 and I'm gonna unpause the replay. I just skipped the whole deployment part. So this is a 2 vs 2 on the grassy flatlands. I am the Scipii Romans. I have 6 Praetorian cohorts. I believe this was at 31k, might be 15. I think it was actually at 15 with the amount of upgrades on my troops. So this is about a 15k battle. So it's my ally is the Julii Romans, which I was in my last commentary. His name is Mad2000. It's kind of funny. Mad is the color of red. Like, so if you're pissed, you get like red face. Okay, and then we're fighting Shogun and this other guy who's across from me. Answer. So what Mad200 told me was that he was from Germany, and this guy, forget. So right now I've just gotten some archers, Roman archers, and we're just getting wrecked by these Cretans here. Cretans have better range, and they're like the lead, and my guys are just getting burned, as you just saw that guy just get wrecked. I put my legions in Testudo, and then I took them out because I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna like get killed by all these archers. I'm just rushing forward, and my cavalry are flanking to the left. I told my opponent to make a rush with his cavalry at the archers, and then to come back if he didn't succeed. So what we're trying to do is really neutralize the archer threat here. I'm gonna do exactly kind of what I did with Destroyer. Actually, looks like this Korean unit just getting owned, but that's like the majority of their army. That was the only one unit I was targeting. So I'm bringing up my infantry. Tell my opponent, come on, rush, help me. And so we're getting in line here. About to throw our javelins, but these two guys just ran away. Make that the one. Ooh, ouch! Make that one guy. So I was gonna try to have my guys throw javelins here at them, but they just like, we're not gonna have this, and he just immediately started attacking and didn't even let me unload at all. So I kind of tried to withdraw my troops back, took a couple casualties when I did that, and we're gonna keep an eye on my cavalry there. Ran back a little bit, wasn't gonna let what happened to, pull back all my units. Got out our javelins, we're like, we're gonna kill some Greeks here. Boom. I mean, that's the #1 enemy of the phalanx, the Pila exchange. So I'm with my cavalry around the back here. They don't got my opponents my allies doing the same. Our opponents only have general's bodyguard, and that's gonna help. So what we're trying to really do here is kill their Korean archers, neutralize that threat. As you can see, they're kind of trying to flame me right here. Not very cool. So a lot of you might be wondering after my first commentary, why do I have that picture in the beginning? It is because I don't know. Every time I start talking, as soon as I have to minimize Rome Total War, make sure Fraps and Audacity are working, and record my voice in the video gameplay, and then I just can't, like, it keeps getting off sync every time. So I just put that picture in there for like the 10 seconds. It loads Rome Total War and gets all set. So I have to actually start talking and record my game at the same time, just to keep it in sync. Because otherwise it'd be like my cavalry are charging or whatever, and I'm at my infantry when I'm talking about them like a couple seconds behind. But anyway, so it's just pretty much a press. We got legionary cohorts here. These aren't the actual like legion cohorts. These aren't the ones with like 120 men. These are the one that people don't use a lot. They're the 750 denarii one. And what I didn't notice was I was trying to go for a flank attack here, but my opponent was wise and he saw that, so he turned his schematics on me. So that was pretty bad. My cavalry kind of got stuck by some Spartans, but we have mobility, so we ran away. It was bad. Okay, so what happened is I was like, okay, I'm gonna take my cavalry, and we're double teaming these Cretans here. Shogun, who's my opponents. We're pretty much just eliminating all the archer threat, and we're killing them. And these guys just ran away, and I was kind of disappointed in these guys. 29 men out of 54. It's like, come on, go some huevos. So pretty much it's just these guys routed right through the Spartans. No wait, those are my guys. Is it? Yeah, those guys routed right through their Spartans there. This is kind of cool. I like these guys' light auxiliary. They look really cool. They're just like javelin men. They're like they're like the Pila but the javelins from the Roman troops have. They just like, they're boss, but they run out of ammo really fast. So I see this isolated unit over here of Answer, and I launched my cavalry to the rear strike. I was hoping for them to rout immediately, but that was still a big unit, so I decided to come back in and do a hammer and ample strike there. So right now these guys are really holding them. My guys, they're good. I'm archer shooting at them, and I got these cavalry here, which I'm just about to put into action soon. Finally, these guys routed with like cavalry in their back. So I got a lot of leftover cavalry. We're probably gonna make a decisive strike soon. Meanwhile, my opponent just completely overwhelmed the enemy phalanx right there. I don't know. I think the other opponent was a little bit less experienced or whatever. And then look, boom, there's his spears there. I was about to charge them like I'm not gonna kill my men. So I'm having these legions that were freed up rushing into the enemy. Right now, all our troops are pretty much tired. Been fighting for a while. There goes the Spartans. Boom. So that was pretty much. I was trying to do a hit them from behind, but it lured away their Spartans that were protecting these units here. Brought my cavalry in there. And meanwhile, my opponent got all these like missile troops here and just started like attacking. It's kind of funny. These Spartans were very brave here. 33 men fighting to the death. They're completely surrounded, but then they turned their spears on me, and we kind of got screwed there. See all my cavalry bodies? That was like not good. But then we attacked these Spartans, and they bring their spears on us. So my opponent here is really focusing on my cavalry, which he should be. But it's kind of hard for me to do these hammer and amble strikes when he turns his spears on them. But these guys are fighting to death, which they could kind of rout, but our guys are in the way, I guess.
Our allies have lost
there goes my enemy general, my allies general. I guess these Spartans were completely surrounded and he just got owned. So he's bringing in more cavalry to help. So pretty much the other opponent is toast. Right now, we're just attacking the Spartans that are routing, and there's just one last unit of Spartans fighting the death, and one last armored hoplite unit. So those are the only units on the battlefield right now. My allies chasing down these Cretans archers. So, yeah. Tell me anything about this commentary. Put a comment on what if you want me to use a certain faction or a game request or whatever. And any suggestions are welcome. Yeah, so just leave a comment. Oh, there's a good battle. I don't know, I haven't played Realms Heart of War in like 8 months. I just got back into it like 2 weeks ago. And I joined the Wolves Clan in October. So, that little thing that says Sent after my name, that means I'm a Centurion. I've risen up from a trio, which is like a recruit, and a legion, and now I'm a Centurion. Wolves is a very good clan, one of the 4 predominant clans. Those would be the Hell Clan, the USSR clan, the Sith clan, and the Wolves clan. So the battle is just pretty much wrapped up. Those guys are just about to rout. They're like the Achilles of like frickin' Greece here. Let's look at the individual fighting here. Let's watch this guy. Shooting some flaming arrows and then I'm trying to get them to run. See if one gets burned. Oh, and I like screw this, so I put all my archers in. Oh, but they just got flamed by our own arrows. Actually, these guys ran out of ammunition, so I said, why not? And then they finally ran away from pressure from like all sides. Yeah, that's got a lot of bodies here. Cavalry, Spartans, Urbans, armored hoplites. But then if you look over here, like, look at that. It's all red. So they're like, so it's kind of funny being the Julii in red fighting Spartans in red. Now there's this one last Cretan unit making a final stand here. Like Custard. Foul. Little Bighorn. And the cavalry come in, just wipe them out. See if anyone goes flying. Oh! Can you believe a Cretan archer just like knocked a guy off his horse? He's a little dagger. And that would be a victory.
Our soldiers have done well.
I'll let you see the battle results in a minute. And there they are, is an average victory. Doesn't seem very average. Well, I guess I did lose like 900 men, but yeah, it's something you don't know, but you can click on this little button and it shows you if you gained experience, you casualties you sustained, casualties inflicted, and these are like the men who got healed. I guess they were just wounded on the ground and looked dead. And that's it for the commentary.